Hello, I'm Eleanor Fields.
And I'm Deborah Mason.
Welcome to the 6 o'clock news. Tonight, our main story features Greg Mortensen, who is promoting peace through education in Pakistan.
While the U.S. is fighting with its strong military forces, Greg Mortensen is fighting in another way, with literacy.
Recently, his book, 3 Cups of Tea, has received national attention. It tells the story of his journey to bring education to students in Pakistan. Beginning in the small mountain town of Corfu, Greg Mortensen's efforts blossom into what today is known as the Central Asia Institute. Its mission is to promote peace and support community education and literacy programs, especially for girls in mountain regions of Central Asia. In this way, they are fighting terror.
The need for a school was obvious. Children, intrinsically motivated to learn, were writing their lesson plans in the dirt on the hillside. Greg Mortensen saw this problem and facilitated not only the students' learning, but also the community's learning as well, providing a community center and a women's center in the village.
Madrasas, or schools funded by the Taliban, were springing up across rural Pakistan, leaving the impoverished residents with only one choice for education. Greg Mortensen, however, introduced secular schools into the area, offering a balanced education for students and counteracting the radicalism taught in madrasas. Greg Mortensen is using education. He's fighting terror through peaceful means.
Oh, such an enlightening view.
Very inspirational.
Very. After this commercial break, we'll come back with your local weather. Oh, hey, Laura.
Oh, hey, Emily. Good. How are you?
Good. You remember when I was talking about the blood drive to you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, it's coming up this Monday, January 31st, and I was wondering if you wanted to help volunteer, like either give blood or tell others about how you do it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Are you looking for volunteers to help at it, or?
Yeah, and especially to give blood because, like, every 2 seconds, people in the United States need blood.
Oh my gosh, that's staggering. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to volunteer to help, and it'd actually be my first time giving blood.
Oh, well, perfect then. See you next Monday.
Yeah, see you then. Welcome, and today on the McKenna McDonald Show, we have special guest Sandy Thompson from the Central Asian Institute here to talk with us about 3 Cups of Tea by Greg Mortensen.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm McKenna McDonald, and we have Sandy Thompson with us. Today we're discussing the inspirational story of Greg Mortensen as written in the book 3 Cups of Tea. And I'd just like you to tell our audience why you decided to dedicate your time to this institution.
Well, I first became involved with the Institute after I heard Greg Mortensen speak at my hometown. And it was just really moving for me because I've read numerous of books about causes and people getting involved in other lives, and they're all very inspirational. But what I was amazed about Greg Mortensen was how much he could do just himself to get to the community, to get involved with the people in Pakistan, and it just moved me to become more involved.
I so agree. He really was, he never gave up. He persevered. He was very confident man.
Mm-hmm.
Even after he sent out 500 letters and only received 1 back.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's a very powerful message.
And all of it coming from just his experience. I mean, this experience only happened because he was attempting to climb this second highest mountain, and he failed. I mean, everything that came out of this was it was out of a failure, and just the steps to come out of it. And he's dedicated it to his sister and all that inspiration.
Exactly. It's that intrinsic motivation which drives him to really make a difference, to bring education to an area that has not received it from their government.
Yes, and it's just amazing how his ability to be able to bring people together. I mean, he talks about in the book how it's such a slower paced time in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and just how it's so nice to be able to sit back and watch them communicate with each other and watch these schools being built and have the community be so involved versus fast-paced American life. And I've had the opportunity to go over and see one of these schools, and it's just been amazing. Those girls sitting in the classroom learning, I mean, you don't even see that motivation in the American schools, and they really want to be there.
Right, I agree. Thank you for your insights. And now to a commercial break.
To enhance our group project, I contacted the Central Asian Institute and they sent me materials regarding the book and Greg Mortenson's work. They also provided us with this informational video about the Pennies for Peace project.
Greg is also the founder of the service learning program, Pennies for Peace. It started in 1995 when students of Westside Elementary School in Wisconsin donated pennies for the Corfe School in Pakistan. Pennies for Peace now educates North American children about the world beyond what they know and shows them that they can make a positive impact on a global scale, one penny at a time.
Welcome back. We're here with Sandra Thompson. And Sandra, can you please explain to us your role in the Central Asian Institute?
Well, my role at the Central Asian Institute stems directly from talking with teachers and fellow educators. So what I do is, because Greg can't obviously always be in the United States, he's helping out in the schools, he's talking with other educators, I go into the schools in the United States and talk with the teachers, because there's ever since 3 Cups of Tea came out, it's become one of the top bestsellers, and teachers are reading it and they're being inspired and they're wanting to get involved. So I go in, talk to the teachers about how they can help get their schools and how they can be a driving force in these kids' lives. So it's really all going back to the power of one. We're trying to inspire these teachers to be motivated teachers, and just help their students.
Exactly. The power of self-efficacy is amazing, and it's definitely, Greg Mortenson is an exemplary person. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have for today.
Thank you for joining us today on the McKenna McDonald Show. Tomorrow we will be discussing how to reduce the appearance of fine lines and cellulite. Please join us at 4. See you then.